こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、守田英正のリーズユナイテッドへの移籍の噂に関する動画です。リーズユナイテッドの補強の噂には、上田綺世と守田英正が入っていますが、今回は、特に守田英正について、リーズファンが反応している動画を切り取っています。フリー移籍であることもかなりポジティブな点であり、ある一定以上のレベルであれば、ぜひ獲得すべきだと言いそうにも感じますが、リーズファンがこの件について、実際にどのように話しているのか、チェックしてみましょう。
And the second one that's come from the Daily Mail, who have tended to be the mouthpiece of the Leeds ownership over the last couple of years, is Hidemasa Morita from Sporting Lisbon, who is a defensive-minded midfielder who might, as you put it to me earlier on, might be a nice little replacement for Ilya Gruev, or a slightly better version of an Ilya Gruev in that central defensive midfield role that Leeds are looking for. Both players available on free transfers. Now, as I said, they are rumours at this point, but they would be two very interesting players to bring in for absolutely nothing should you be able to get them done.
They would be. What we need to look at now in terms of the squad and what we're trying to do with the squad is that each year we're looking at that kind of steady, focused, tentative improvement year upon year upon year. And you look at the Sporting player. I've his name completely ran out of my head then.
Morita. Japanese international.
Yeah, you look at Morita coming in, and he is, I would consider, a level above where Gruev is. So if you're looking at improving players, he's a level above where Gruev is. If we were to sell Gruev, that would represent good PSR for us, definitely, because he would be worth a considerable amount more than what we pay for him because of the season in the Premier League that he's had.
Morita's an interesting one, though, as well, because according to the Mail article, he is interested in joining Leeds. Again, assuming that the Mail article is true. He is interested in joining Leeds. He would be a freak. He's 30 years of age. So he is older than what they tend to go for. But the quote in the Mail was Leeds see him as an experienced Ethan Ampadu competition and cover in that role, which I think he could do easily for 2 years in the Premier League, no problem. And 30 doesn't seem to be anything anymore in football in terms of players are going to like 38, 39 now comfortably with sports science. So there's that highly experienced footballer at international level and plenty of European football under his belt at a high level with Sporting. So a good player. Did apparently, again, looking into it, it did look like there was genuine interest from Leeds in him last summer. He decided to stay up Sporting to see out his contract there. And then I suppose what Jose Mourinho said about players a couple of years ago, players are going to start running down their contracts because they want to be the ones that will benefit from where they go next and where they want to go. Morita would be an interesting. We said a decent season. He's only started like 19 league games this year, but he's played a lot more than just started. But that's the role I think Leeds are potentially looking at him, someone to help bring on players and help them get better as well. So it's an interesting one. It's a zero. So it's an area of the park that we're not massively concerned about spending money on because we've got plenty of cover in there. I don't know if Ilya Gruev leaves this summer because there has been conversations around him potentially signing a new deal.
No, but he loves it. He absolutely loves it here. He's achieved what he wanted to achieve, which is to play in the Premier League, and he's done it with us. And he absolutely loves it here. The way that I would look at this potential is that I would say that this could be almost a Rothwell Mark II. Is the way that I would potentially looking at that in terms of what you would want him to do. So you would want him to come in for a couple of years, experience at a high level, experience. Can that translate okay into the Premier League? It will be good to come in to have somebody that can come in and be that natural cover for Ampadu because I think Ampadu needs it. I mean, Ampadu he's phenomenal as far as I don't.
Great.
He's phenomenal, but to have the ability to go, you can have a rest this week, and we can potentially look at something else. Because if we're now looking at
rotation, Paul,
rotating
players,
rotation and cup runs, then we need more players in the squad to be able to do that. The only problem is that Farke likes a thin squad, so it's
one out, one in.
Yeah, it's the juxtaposition between the two. So if we're going to be bringing people in, it's that they need to be better than what we've got. That has to be an absolute given. And is it somebody coming in as a cover player, or is it somebody coming in that's going to be a starter? And that's where we need to be with it all.
次は解説です。今回も 比較的日常的に使えるものが多いと思いますので、本日の解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。Who have tended to be the mouthpiece of the Leeds ownership.
マウスピースは、もともと楽器や器具の口をつける部分、つまりマウスピースを意味します。そこから比喩的に、誰かの代わりに話す人、組織の意見を伝える人という意味でも使われるようになりました。サッカーではクラブ寄りの記者や関係者、監督やオーナーの意向を伝えているように見える人物に対して使われることがあります。ややネガティブに自分の意見ではなく、誰かの言いたいことをそのまま伝えている人というニュアンスもあります。遠藤航が試合中につけているようなものは、英語ではあまりマウスピースとは言わず、ガムシールドやマウスガードと呼ばれることが多いです。
Who have tended to be the mouthpiece of the Leeds ownership. Who have tended to be the mouthpiece of the Leeds ownership.
A considerable amount more than what we pay for him because of
considerable はかなりの相当なという意味で、量や影響の大きさを強調するフォーマルな表現です。単なるビッグやラージよりも客観的で分析的なニュアンスがあります。サッカーでは選手の影響力やチーム間の差、プレッシャーの大きさなどを説明するときによく使われます。実況よりも解説やレビュー動画で使うと英語のレベルが一段上がって聞こえます。特にインパクト、ディフレンス、プレッシャーなどと一緒に使うと自然です。
a considerable amount more than what we pay for him because
someone to help bring on players.
Bring on は文脈によって意味が変わる便利なフレーズです。サッカーでは主に選手を投入するという意味で使われますが、若手を育てるという意味でもよく使われます。例えば監督が若い選手の能力を引き出す場面で使われることが多いです。また、プレッシャーがミスを引き起こすのように、何かを原因として別の結果が生まれる時にも使えます。短い表現ですが意味が広いので、文脈で判断することが重要です。
Someone to help bring on players.
So it's that, it's
one out, one in.
Yeah, it's the juxtaposition between the two.
ジャクスタポジションは、対比や平地という意味のやや硬い単語です。二つのものを近くに置くことで、その違いやコントラストを際立たせるときに使われます。サッカーでは若手とベテラン、冷静な選手と混乱した試合展開、理想と現実などを比べるときに使えます。日常会話ではあまり頻繁には使いませんが、分析やレビュー動画では知的で深い表現に聞こえます。特に、The Juxtaposition between A and B という形で覚えると使いやすいです。
So it's that, it's
one out, one in.
Yeah, it's the juxtaposition between the two. So it's that, it's
one out, one in.
Yeah, it's the juxtaposition between the two. Oh, that has to be an absolute given.
Given は動詞 give の過去分詞ですが、英語ではそれ以上に何々を考えるという意味でよく使われる重要表現です。特に文の最初に置かれると、前提条件や状況を示す役割を持ちます。サッカーでは選手のパフォーマンスや試合状況を踏まえて評価するときに非常に便利です。considering や given the situation と言い換えることもできます。さらに、it's a given の形で、それは当然だという意味にもなるため、使い方の幅が広い表現です。
Oh, that has to be an absolute given. Oh, that has to be an absolute given.
いかがでしたか？守田英正のリーズ移籍に関しては、昨年も噂があった上で、再度噂になっていることから、信憑性は高いように受け取られており、今年の夏は、フリーで移籍できることからも、リーズファンはかなり歓迎しているように思えます。この動画で言っていたように、デイリーメールがリーズの広報役のような働きをしているようであれば、その信憑性は高そうである一方で、なぜ今その情報をあえて出しているのかはわかりませんし、そこには何か意図があるのかもしれません。グルエブの代わりという見方で、アンパドゥの控えという見方が一般的のようにも感じますが、この動画でも言っている通り、うまくグルエブが売却できるのかと考えると、本人も残留したいんじゃないかとも考えますし、できれば田中碧を移籍させてほしいなとも思いますが、私にできることは何一つないので、ただただ動向を追いながら楽しみにしたいと思います。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。